You see that map back there? See all the little black circles? Those represent the choke points of international trade. All the shipping lanes have to flow through those choke points. Oh, what's the significance of that? Well, if you hold, the strings on the countries that are around that, or you can shut them down, well, you got people by the fucking balls. Alright? Now just imagine that digitally, okay? As in, how you transfer value. That's the SWIFT system that the United States uses to conduct its sanctions across the world. Now, BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and about, 70 other nations, come October, are going to launch their own currency, or rather, they're going to be settling in their own. Well, how are they going to do that? They need to have a distributed ledger system through a blockchain in order to transfer value back and forth without having to use the SWIFT system, which basically it's us here in your Bank of America. You have to send to the IMF, the Bank of International Settlements, over to Europe just to hit your Bank of America branch, which has to then transfer their foreign reserves into whatever foreign bank you want to transfer to. So say it's Deutschmarks. They have to hold a certain amount of reserves in Deutschmarks if you're Bank of America, just to make the money transfer to Deutsche Bank. It locks up all the liquidity, or half the liquidity in all the world, because of these foreign reserve accounts. Now, with blockchain, and especially with Ripple and its distributed ledger, no one has to hold any foreign reserves anymore. So that means all of the money is working. All of the money has velocity to it. If this technology wouldn't have come, the rest of the world would have still been chained by the dollar leverage system that the United States imposes on the rest of the world to get, a pipeline through or whatever. Gaddafi has just joined the chat. Saddam was the same. I mean, that's why they took these people out, because they wanted to keep the dollar leverage system going. We had, and we all benefited from it. We had dollar cheeseburgers. There's nothing in them, but we had them. And the whole thing is coming to an end now. That's why you see all the scams. That's why you see all this bullshit going down. It's so plainly obvious right now, and everything they are shoving in your news feed is to get you to not look at the abandonment of the dollar for international trade. I mean, what did Saudi Arabia say a couple months back? They did not renew the deal for oil for only dollars. They're no longer accepting only dollars for their fucking oil. But they're not going to hold 72 different currencies. It doesn't make sense. No, they're going to take their currency into a digital token and then settle in the other currency. It's just 1, 2, 3, done. Instead of my dollars going to the international bank, going to the Bank of International Settlements, then over there, then they got to transfer the fucking money. There's a fee with all that, and it takes 3 to 5 days for it to even go through. With Ripple and with XRP, it takes 3 to 5 seconds. They're running the scams, man. And this is why. It's not about race. It's not about Trump. It's not about Biden. It's not about Kamala. It's not about any of that bullshit. It's not about any of that. It's the fact that the dollar's getting replaced. And as that money comes back to our shores and it's not being used in international trade and they're not holding it anymore, that's why you're seeing the inflation. That's why. And it's not going to stop. It will not stop because they've had it. They have had it with our bullshit. They've had it. Absolutely had it. And, I don't blame them. You had the CIA going in there, overthrowing all these countries, whether or not it was for, the $1.50 cheeseburger or for some oligarch. Doesn't matter. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. That's an meddling in the internal affairs of a sovereign nation. And they're pissed. They should be. We got a lot of shit heading our way. Don't think that these 20 million illegals that are inside of our fucking country, at least a portion of them have to be foreign intelligence agents. And, you know, for the regime in charge, that's an excellent pool of people to draw from to shoot at the rest of us, to earn a citizenship. Y'all need to be prepared for this because it's on its way. You think we're going to have an election? They haven't changed any of the election laws. There's no voter ID. It's your ID to fucking, you know, get porn or alcohol, anything. Drive. You have to have a fucking ID. This is bad. It is worse than bad. It's fucking dark. I don't know what the hell we're gonna do. You know? I look around at this, you know, I see just nothing but bad outcomes. And the thing is, Trump is saying he's going to deport all of them. Good, they should be. They shouldn't have been in here in the first place. They didn't come in properly like our fucking grandparents had to. Get checked for cholera or whatever. Lice. What do you think is going to happen from November 5th to Inauguration Day? Do you think they're going to go peacefully? Nope. Not fucking happening. They grew up in the favela. You know? Hardcore neighborhoods. You know, what have we done? You know? And scrap for a living? Like, they're busy dodging fucking hypodermics from the cartel. We're fucked.